wish list, buy gift vouchers. We have door-to-door courier as well. So I think the website itself, I guess, helps in the convenience of making buying easier. Although what I have learned though is that I guess with cosmetics, people want to sort of see it and feel it and really get to match it against their skin and so on. Which is why then I started looking into how do we get involved with salons, with stockists, with shops and so on. And I think, so for now, it's predominantly the site and the 2 salons we have. And then I think going further, I'm trying to sort of get more into stores. And I think, but now small boutiques and so on. But I think that's because what I've noticed is at a salon, people usually come to get a service. So you come in to get your nails done and your hair done and so on. But not to necessarily shop. So whereas if you're going to, Clicks for example, you are going there to shop, so you really are willing to. When I leave here, it's makeup, cosmetics, toiletries, everything. So so far our distribution channels have been online as well as 2 stores, Johannesburg and Boko. And then I think that for now we're just trying to branch out more. We've recently just taken manufacturing into our own hands, which will really help with our stock intake, which will really help with also personalizing our colors, making them really, speak more. And we try to also get our customers to engage with us a bit more about what they want. So we're trying to feed you with color and not just have colors and sell them to you. What do you want? And then we sort of create in according to the demands we see or the trends that are coming. Which is very important as well, because you have to really know what colors are coming, what's going to be trending, what will be hot and happening. I think furthermore, our biggest aim right now is just to really get into more stores and
and I think what I'm getting from this conversation is that you also want to sell the experience. Making the customer feel special, because that is the whole point really of creating a service, just beyond looking good, but how do you help me feel good in addition to looking good as well. I really like that. So just take us back a bit back. When you were younger, what are some of the experiences that kind of propelled you to enter into the entrepreneurship journey?
I think when I was in high school, grade 8, grade 9, I always wanted to create something and to sell it. I wanna make money, and I always saw entrepreneurship as sort of not a quick way to make money, but again, it's a misconception because now we know better. But I think in my head I always thought you can't be a businessman or businesswoman and not have money. So I always in my head I had this conception that business is money. So I think by grade 8, grade 9 I was really thinking I want to make t-shirts and this. So I was like all these ideas throughout high school. But I guess again when you're much younger, the confidence of working alone is very low. But then again, working with other people, if they aren't on the same wavelength, it's not going to really work. So high school, here and there, dibble and dab, let's start this brand of t-shirts with this and that. But again, you're young, but that urge is there. And then I recall my first actual project was after graduation. And I was unemployed, and I thought, okay, no internships at the moment, nothing's happening, but I'm looking, but what can I do right now? So I have a friend of mine, and we got together like, no, let's just try and sort of show artwork. Let's curate some art. And we started sort of trying to research, find fine artists, photographers, bands, poets, vocalists, right? All that kind of thing. Found a venue and got these artists, and then every second Sunday we'd host this artistry. Also art live session, people would come.
Is it here in Pretoria or?
It was in Melrose Arc, in Republic, and we moved to Pretoria and 4 or 5 months or so. But then again, when you're working with people, wavelength. Sometimes maybe I'm thinking about this direction, she wants next. I think after 6-7 months or so, we stopped working together. Something I'll probably do again though, because I think it's a very nice sort of, space. yeah, and then after that, I think I started working in interning, publications, and so on. And then I got my first job, PR company, and learned from there. And then I just continued. But I think I always knew that I'm not meant to work for someone, but I had the diligence of knowing that sometimes you have to work for someone before you work for yourself.
I guess you kind of have to have the experience of the kind of boss maybe you might not want to be, or maybe so that you can see maybe one day when you employ someone, like their point of view as an employee, because you're the ones being there yourself.
Precisely.
So I do understand that. And then I also heard, or I read that, I mean, your products were also part of the goodie bags for the summers. Which year was that?
It was last year, 2016.
And how did that come about? Like, was that one of your highlights in your business, or?
Definitely, and because it was about 6 months into the business and so on. But I think how I did that was, again, I think I started learning very quickly how you have to be obsessed with opportunities in an entrepreneur. You have to literally, because no one's really willing to just give you an opportunity. And then I think it's there, you have to really obsess and break those laws. So having worked for the PR company was almost one of our clients for PR. So then I sort of, while we worked with them, I realized, hey, they have a goodie bag thing, a goodie bag movement. These are brands, this is amazing. So once the awards came, 3 months before, I said, no, actually, how do I get to be part of that movement?
Yeah.
And then I went back to them thinking, okay, when we worked with them, we used to liaise with so on and so forth. Let me try to get those contacts. I started coming with some of those relationships. Let me talk to them, and let me see how I can actually get myself in there. And then one email, then we send it through. I had to send my samples in, documentation, sent everything in. They tried the product, they were happy, and off to songs we were. So I think for me, it was just about, it taught me initiative.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one thing that a person really needs to learn. It's just the fact that sometimes if you really want something, you have to put yourself in it. Whether it's a job, for example, and you aren't even getting paid for it, or it's as long as you have taken that step to say, I want to do this thing, and this is the higher purpose. You know, I think everything else will come. But that was the highlight, definitely.
And okay, so what are some of the highlights and the challenges in addition to, obviously the highlights would be the addition to the highlights that you have of your business, the goodie bags. But what are some of the other highlights as well as the challenges that you are facing as a business owner? So how is it different from being employed, and how are you going to make sure that this is a business that will be sustainable in the long term?
I think some of the other challenges.
Okay, let's do that.
The highlights. So last year I also sang time in business and Fair Lady. I was awarded with one of the Rising Stars of the Year for last year.
Wow.
So they just saw potential in a brand, and they sort of seeing a brand that can exceed, I think it's 3,400 days, which is 3 years. So they see that you'll reach that mark, which is the hardest part of business. And then another highlight was being part of Shark Tank. So I was part of Shark Tank last year.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking experience,
Of course.
but I learned a lot from there. And I call it a highlight because normally I wouldn't have not just gone to a TV show and let's just do this. But I was called upon it, we found you, and we think you're come and present yourself and do your thing. Yeah, that was an experience of a lifetime.